Hey there, art friends. Miss McNeil here. So today what we're going to talk about is form, and we are going to take two-dimensional objects and create their 3D form. So if you have a circle, you can transform it into a sphere by adding 3 dimensions. If you have a rectangle, you can make it turn into a 3D form where it goes back into space. Now you can do this on plain paper, and we're going to be doing that today on these. So go ahead and get your pencil and paper ready, and we're going to get started, okay?
Hey friends, so now what we're going to do is we are going to learn how to draw some of these shapes and create their 3-dimensional forms, okay? So we're going to learn how to do the hexagon, we're going to learn how to do our rectangle, and the letter L. Alright, so we can really enjoy making these ones. Get your pencil and paper ready. Inside each one of these is where we're going to be putting each one of these shapes. And then we have the space down here where we can practice doing it where it is not so see-through. Now you can choose to keep practicing down at the bottom, and if you don't have this paper, you can just use regular paper with me. Okay, so we're going to start with our hexagon. We've got our 6 sides. Now let's go ahead and start. So I'm going to draw this shape, okay? Now notice the side is pointed, and we've got a flat top and a flat bottom, and the other side is pointed as well. So I'm going to draw my 2 diagonals. I'm going to do my flat top 1 and my flat bottom 2. I'm going to go right back up into my 2 diagonals. Now we're going to do that again, but back here just a little bit. We're going to do the same thing. I'm going to start, this time, I'm going to actually start with my top up here. And I'm going to go down to my diagonal, flat, and then my 2 diagonal marks. Now if you find it easier to draw these differently, that's fine. Now what we're going to do is we're going to match each corner that we have to its partner, okay, the same one. So this one, I'm going to draw a line that goes right back there to that point. This one is going to go right back there to that point. Same thing for this one. It's going to go right back there to there. This one too, it's going to go right back to that partner. This one, and last but not least, this one. Alright, so now we have its 3D form. Looks a little crazy, it's got a lot of lines, but if you erase some of them, you'll be able to see its form. Alright, let's go down to our rectangle. And I have it vertical, you can make it horizontal if you'd like. It's very similar to our cube that we learned how to draw, except for we have 2 lines that are longer than the other. So I'm going to do a long line across, short. I'm going to go back up, same length as this one, and then we're just going to connect it. Now I'm going to do the same thing back here. I'm going to do a long line, and look, I kind of make sure that line is inside of the shape. See how that line intersects and goes inside? You definitely want that. I'm going to go across, back up the same length, and then back across. Now we're just going to connect our corners. Go back, go back, go back, go back. Alright, now we have its 3D form. Now we've got our L. Now our L is going to be a little bit trickier. We have this corner right here that we need to make sure we do. So let's do our L. We're going to go down nice and long, and then we're going to go across. Now I'm going to go back up, but not all the way, just a short way. And now I'm going to go back in, but I'm going to stop before I get there. I stop before I get there. And I'm going to go up until it reaches the same level as that one, and then we connect. Alright, here's my L. Now, I'm going to do the same thing. But I'm going to start right here, right above it, somewhere in the middle. I'm going to go down. And then right about here, in the middle of this space right here, I'm going to go across. And look, it goes past that point, past the end point of our other one. Now I'm going to go up, go back in, and don't reach this line. Okay, stop before I got to that line. I'm going to go back up and across. I close it up. Now we have to connect all our corners, but you don't want to make sure you're not going towards the wrong one. So let's follow along. I'm going to do these simple ones first. I'm going to go to that corner, to that corner. Now watch which corners I connect. I'm going to go down to this one, this middle one. And then I'm going to go to that one right there. Now I'm going to go to this corner and connect right there. I'm going to go to this corner, connect, and our very last one is this one right there. So make sure there's a middle space that is not connected right there. If you have that, then we might have made a mistake somewhere. Now let's draw these and make them not so see-through. So we have our 3D forms here. Let's make them so that they are not so see-through. Let's go down to the space right there, and if you have another piece of paper, that's fine. That's fine. So let's draw our hexagon. Now, I'm going to be drawing super lightly. I don't want to have really dark lines, so I'm going to do my diagonal, diagonal, across, across. I might do my other diagonal and bring it together, diagonal. Oops. Now, if you get a little wonky line in there, let's fix it before we get started. That happens. Alright. Now, let's go ahead and do another one. So I'm going to do a line that goes above it. I'm going to go down, down. Now look, you make sure you stop right there. You don't want to make it go all the way down. I'm going to go across. I'm going to go up and close it up. Now we're going to connect some of these lines, not some of them, all of our corners. We're going to connect the top there, top to there, to there. Each corner has its own partner. Now we're going to erase some of these lines. So we want to be able to see this space right here. Now we have some lines that are in the way. I'm going to erase this line back here, but almost all of it. I'm erasing almost all of it. So I've erased that. And now I'm going to erase this bottom part right here. And I'm going to erase these lines that went to it. Now, what I'm left with are these lines right here. And this is where it's going to get a little tricky, my friends. So just bear with me. If you erase the wrong line, that's okay. Just draw it again. So I am left with these lines right here. Okay. Now I'm going to shade in this area, nice and dark. This one a little bit lighter, and this one even lighter. Okay, and then I'm going to add my little shadow down here as a bonus. So there is its 3D form for our hexagon. Okay, let's do our rectangle. Let's do our line, our long vertical line here. Go across, go back up the same length, and close it up. Now remember, draw lightly, my friends. I'm going to go vertical, down, right in the middle of this thing. Across, back up, and close it up. Now I'm going to draw my corners, connecting. So I'm going to do that corner, that corner, that corner, and this corner. Now you can erase two different sets of lines like our cube. You can erase this set, or you can erase this set. That's going to be the second one is the one I'm going to erase. So I'm going to erase that line right there, and I'm going to erase this line right down there in the middle. We can't see it, it's on the other side of our rectangle. So I'm left with these lines right here. Okay. Now I can shade in this side, make it nice and dark, and then kind of lightly shade in this one, very similar to our cube. And now you can add your shadow down there at the bottom. Okay, let's do the letter L. So I'm going to do a line that goes down, across, back up, back in, but not all the way. Then I'm going to go all the way back up, connect it. Now I'm going to do that same shape again. I'm going to start right down here in the middle, going down, across, where it goes outside of that. Go back up, back in, but I stop before I get to that line. Then I go back up again, close it up. Now let's connect our lines. I'm going to go from here to there, to there. Look at these two corners. I'm going from this one to that one. And go from this corner to there, that corner to there, and that corner to there. Now again, you have two sets of lines that you can erase. So you can erase this set, or you can erase this set. And I'm going to erase this one right here. So hopefully you drew lightly and you don't have your ghost lines, but if you do, that's okay. You're learning how to do this. So now I am left with these lines right here. Okay, now let's shade in some of these. I'm going to shade in this side nice and dark. So this is my vertical one, and I'm going to shade in this one, this vertical part, nice and dark too. Now I'm going to shade in this one lighter, this top part where it's going flat across, and this one that same lightness. Now you can add your shadow down at the bottom. Okay, hopefully you enjoyed this. Keep practicing. See what you can make creatively with these forms. Okay, friends? Enjoy creating.